Historic Lambeau Field. Fittingly, it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Green Bay Packers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Let's go now. Roll.
They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And some room to maneuver. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 25 yards the pick up there, and also a first down.
10 at the 48-yard line.
Ready? 18 Cardinal.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Liking,
Up the middle, Ingram. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The Packers at 2-3 here to begin the new season. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On third down, Kilgore. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down.
Ready, break.
First down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Ready.
Davis now. Inside the 5. That puts him in excellent position. First and goal after a gain of 19.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early first and goal.
Back to throw. Davis. Touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
At their own 20-yard
line. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. That toss play right, we know it's one of the successful plays they have in their arsenal, and they showed you why there.
And remember, in order for it to be successful, because it's a little bit of a slower developing play, those blocks at the line of scrimmage have to be kept, have to be held, so that the runner can get to the corner and turn it upfield.
He's going to lead this for his running back. It's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's second down. You look at this Packers defense. They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. They'll try the left side. Thorne. And he is going to lose yardage here. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
Some of the big boppers in the game traditionally have been safeties, and he certainly fits that mold. He lets his pads do his talking.
Here's third and 9. Escapes the defender. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
So into Packer territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 46. Now this time he'll look to throw. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Throwing after the interception, Washington. That's to his tight end, Tyler Warren. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On first down, Thorne. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 41, here's a second and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Thorne. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. You look at this Packers defense. They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
They absolutely have to avoid the penalties, have to walk that line between being aggressive and the ones that get you in trouble. The illegal contact, pass interference calls, they've got to make sure that they don't have those.
From the gun on third down, Washington. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's 2nd and 8. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great effort there. 29 yards. And the Colts have cut it back within a score. Now the try here for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Packers 14, Colts 7. Will Reichard to kick off.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Come on, set. Ready.
Running right, this is Ingram. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
60 Vikings.
Off play action. Davis. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Abdul Carter. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Third down and 6.
Ready.
Looking to throw. Davis. And he is caught. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
70 Lions. Ready.
On 2nd and 9. Davis. Over the middle, complete. It's Roman. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 32-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
70 Timberwolves. Viking 18.
They give to Ingram up the middle. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Cougar 19. Let's go. 19.
From the 31, Davis. Looking left side, and it's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one goes for 24 yards.
Ready, set. Go. Let's go.
They'll run here with Ingram. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Packers go up by 2 touchdowns. The extra point splits the uprights. And it's now 21-7.
21-7.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but, Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Now 2nd and 9.
Back to throw. Washington. Open man, the tight end Warren. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
They'll run on first down. Thorne. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Here we go, set. Take off.
They'll keep it on the ground. Thorne. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
From the gun on 3rd down. Washington able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 41-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
First down, Indianapolis.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Looking to throw. Washington. Now they go screen. It's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Ready? Let's go. Let's go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A good convergence there defensively. Only a yard, and it's second down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Ready? 70 Lions.
They'll look to throw again.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. A big loss there of about 7 yards on first and goal, so now it's second down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jamison Williams
from 10 yards out.
And the Colts get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Point after, right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
Will Weicker to kick off.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
60 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
Back to throw. Davis. Wide open receiver, complete. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
The 24-yard line.
Ready.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Cowboy 80. Ready.
Looking to throw. Davis. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he will find his man on the outside. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before break. Davis firing quickly, but it's incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. A big play there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Now a give, right side. Thorne. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Back to throw. Washington. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
A short one there, caught by Warren.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
Misdirection's the key on this play. They line up with 3 receivers to the opposite side of the tight end, and they're all going to work their way across the field and let the tight end slip underneath against flow the other way. They're banking that he can get lost, and that's exactly what happened as they picked up a first down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage will be found.
Second and 12. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
A good chunk on the ground, and the keeper 17 yards, first down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On first down, Thorne. They find some open field here. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Colts have got it back to within a score. So there you go. They needed a big play, and they got one there on the touchdown run.
And that was a very important drive. Of course, they all are when you're trailing in the second half. But what I really liked, they didn't panic. They knew they still had time to run the football and keep playing their game.
Extra point right down the middle. And they're within 7 now at 28-21.
To kick off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
146 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. That reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 4.
Tag! 70 Timberwolves. Ready.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Following the fumble recovery, Washington. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
Second and 11. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Tyler Warren.
39 yards.
And the Colts have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
The extra point splits the uprights, and we are all tied at 28. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown. So every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now at Lambeau. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Davis. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. On now is the Packers punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this drive will start in enemy territory as that gets out of bounds on this side of the 50.
The Packers' 46-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Thorne trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up in big trouble, as we just saw right there.
And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Let's go.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He'll hit Jackson complete. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Throw right side, complete to Williams. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
On 1st down, Thorne. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
Looking to throw. Washington.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've been excellent. 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 11.
Half the 60. Half the 60.
The keeper good for only 4, and that's going to lead to a 4th down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to break our fourth quarter tie. And his kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the fourth quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it. Twenty-three-yard line.
23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Kilgore. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Now 2nd and 3.
Come on, come on. Set.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Ready, break. Let's go. 60 by 60 by 6.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Get it. Ready.
They run the counter. Kilgore. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off.
Here we go.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth.
And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready,
Operating from the gun, Davis.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 33.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know, sooner or later, they're going to have to stop the clock.
They'll run on 1st down. Kilgore.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's 2nd down.
Here we go, here we go. Go.
He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Roman. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
Ready? 7.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Oh, no, he lost the football.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. An important one here, no doubt. 3rd and 4.
Let's go now. Cougar 19.
Back to throw. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
And here in overtime, a quick reminder, the game no longer ends following an offensive touchdown on the opening drive. Both sides will have the chance to possess the ball unless there's a defensive touchdown. In that case, the game will end right there. So it's the Colts who are going to get a chance to win it here first as we're back underway in overtime.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
That's a pretty strong return to start this overtime. And you know that if you run some decent offense, you should have a shot at a field goal. But I'd have to think to myself, I want the 6 points. I want this game over now. I don't want to give the other team a chance to come back and beat me.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
They have fought hard to reach this point. They've got the ball first. Remember, though, even if they score, it will quiet this crowd, but it doesn't end the game. But a chance to put a solid drive together here and at least get 3 and hopefully for them a touchdown.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Back-to-back completions, and that puts them in enemy territory.
And we're always looking for that elusive term, momentum, aren't we? And I think they're building it with the back-to-back completions. Now they feel like they can either take a shot or continue to build it the way that they're doing now. Safe throws, get it to their playmakers, and see what happens.
Pat Surtain up to make the play.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on second down. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
And they need 5 yards on 3rd down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive. Back to throw. Washington.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 31-yard line. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
That's caught right side. It's Warren.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Back to throw again.
He's got his receiver. That's Warren.
And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 15-yard line. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
He takes this down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Final minute of overtime. Remember, of course, no double overtime. So it's a tie if it ends like this. It's 2nd down.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner.
A 29-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good, and they have regained the lead. So they do get the short field goal here to get them the all-important overtime lead. But, Charles, you wonder if they'll wind up ruining the fact that they were able to get down into the red zone, yet not able to find the touchdown that would have won them the game.
Brandon, you're absolutely right. In overtime, when you get the ball first, the hope is your opponents never see the football. But now they're going to get a drive to try and win it, or at least keep the game alive with a field goal. And I'm getting a dictionary out to look up ruin.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
Well, it's pretty simple now. They need a field goal out of this drive to extend overtime, or obviously a touchdown will win it.
And with just 2 seconds remaining, the timeout is called here in OT.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. Now a timeout called for by the defense. So we'll take a break with them and be right back. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this is not going to do it. It's no good. An ambitious effort to try and force this game into sudden death, but it was not to be, and they fall by 3 in overtime.
And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
The trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel, came in full of confidence, believed in themselves, and got it done.
So for the Colts,